Today I wanted to talk a little bit about being in the closet, which is an American term because we don't really say the word closet over here. I don't know. Being in the closet is something that most LGBTQ people are going to have to go through. Some people won't have to, but most of the time that isn't the case. People can spend years in the closet not telling anyone about their sexuality or their gender, and what we need to realize is that there is nothing wrong with that. We get so many messages every day from people who tell us that they feel guilty for being in the closet. Sadly, everyone in the world is usually assumed straight until told otherwise, and I look forward to the day when that isn't the case, but until then, being in the closet does exist. Kaelyn and I have always said that there is no time limit for coming out. There's never going to be anyone at the finish line with a stopwatch saying, "Come on, hurry up." No. You should never feel pressured into telling anyone anything unless you are comfortable. Coming out is such a personal thing, and so being in the closet is something that you should not feel guilty about. You're not a bad person, you're not a liar, and you most certainly are not alone. Kaelyn and I have made an entire video about coming out and advice to do with that, so click here, but open it in a new tab. Don't click off this video. When I was still coming to terms with my own sexuality and I was still in the closet, I felt very, very lonely. And it was this strange in-between feeling because I was comfortable with myself and I was okay with being gay, but I also wasn't ready to tell the rest of the world yet. You can often find yourself in that strange limbo between being in the closet and being okay with yourself, but not feeling ready to tell anyone, and that is completely okay to be at that stage in your life, and that can be a stage you can have in your life for as long as you want and as long as you need. So I've compiled a list of things that I would find helpful and have found helpful in the past when I have felt alone and isolated. Firstly, TV shows like The L Word, Queer as Folk, Lip Service, Lost Girl. I was gonna say Rosalian Isles then, but that's just like gay subtext. The L Word will forever be one of my favourite shows. I think I watched all 6 seasons in like a month. And it did sort of change my life because it was the first time I realised that you could be gay, but you could also be happy and successful. What's great about The L Word is that it has lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgenders. Like, the great thing about it is that the cast is so varied, and the storylines are fab as well. I mean, Jennifer Beals. Do I have to say anything else? And there are tons of movies out there as well. Imagine Me and You, Bloomington, My Summer of Love. I'll make a whole list and put them in the down bar so you can check them out. Most of these shows you can watch on the internet, but don't tell your television provider. For those of you who have Netflix, some of these shows will probably be on there. Oh, Orange is the New Black, another TV show. Watch it. When I was younger, and indeed now, I have always turned to books as a form of escape. The obvious book that springs to mind here is Like Me by Shelley Wright. You guys know about my thing for Shelley Wright. She was like the catalyst for my coming out, so definitely read that book. I haven't read Ellen DeGeneres' book, but I'm sure that's excellent as well. Strangely, I found, well, not strangely, Anne Frank's diary. I don't know if that's doesn't really fall under the gay category. Anyone who has read the diary will know that in part of it she does question her sexuality. And I read that book when I was 13, even though her diary isn't about being gay directly. Just the fact that it's dropped in was just like a nice thing to read. I know that sounds really odd in the context of the book itself. There are magazines out there. There's Diva magazine, Flirt magazine is amazing, that's like an online thing. You can find Diva magazine in places like WH Smith and Waterstones, I think. I was about to say Woolworths then. Rest in peace, Woolworths. In America, I'm not sure you can buy Diva magazine in the shops. Don't hold me to that, you might be able to. I don't know. But you can definitely order it online and they ship worldwide as far as I know. So yeah. And Flirt magazine you can buy on the iTunes store, it's super cheap. And they also have a website and they have a YouTube channel as well, so I will link everything in the down bar. And then of course there is the internet, and there are so many forums and pages and websites that you can go to where you can talk directly to counsellors and people in your exact same position. I know that the Trevor Project is an obvious place to go and they are incredible. What they do is so amazing. The It Gets Better Project, everyoneisgay.com, youtube.com/Kaelyn and Lucy. Just saying. I will link all of these in the description. The bottom line, am I recording? Oh, I had a heart attack, you guys. The bottom line here is, it's okay to be in the closet. Do not feel guilty. It's okay that you're not ready to come out yet. If you feel like you're ready to come out, then go for it. And we made an entire video, like I said, all about that. So again, everything's been linked, you guys. But until then, please be safe in the knowledge that you are not alone. There are millions of people out there just like you. I was just like you a few years ago. Kaelyn was there a few years ago. All our friends, all our gay friends were there a few years ago. You are not alone.